Good morning, friends. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Open Up live talk show. This is a 17th episode. I'm happy and I'm excited to meet you guys again. And Open Up, what is it exactly, Open Up? Open Up is a platform that where people can, any walk of life, can come and join to share your life journey, struggles, challenges, overcome, anything you want to share. So whoever is on the other end listening, they can change their mindset. They can change their thinking pattern. So in some ways, we are creating awareness. We are giving some kind of hope, belief that they can do much better in their lives. So open up, especially for men and boys, any walk of life, especially on the men's world. We don't really have an open discussion about our personal matters, personal life stories. So this is where I felt I need a platform, and I need to have, when you bring people, they can share. So this is a platform you can share your life's journey. How about the Voice of Men 360? Voice of Men 360 is a non-profit organization. It started in Canada, based in Canada, Toronto, Canada, and it is part of International Men's Day, IMD called. International Men's Day is actually over 20 years. This year, 2020, is the 21st year, and we are celebrating November 19th is International Men's Day, as you know, and we have 6 pillars to follow. Last number of years, we are following 6 pillars, and over 90 countries, or nearly 90 countries around the world, joining together and then taking initiatives on the go on a regular basis. So let me share the 6 pillars so you will have a better idea. The 6 pillars of International Men's Day. Number 1, to promote positive male role models. Not just movie stars and sportsmen, but everyday working class men who are living decent, honest lives. Number 2, to celebrate men's positive contributions to society, community, family, marriage, children, childcare, and the environment. Number 3, to focus on men's health and well-being, social, emotional, physical, and spiritual. Number 4, to highlight discrimination against men in areas of social services, social attitudes, expectations, and law. Number 5, to improve gender relations and promote gender equality. Number 6, to create a safer, better world where people can be safe and grow to reach their full potential. These are the 6 pillars we are following. We are taking a number of initiatives on a regular basis. So today we have a special person. He wants to share his life journey with us. Let's welcome Sanjeev Kumar. Good morning, Sanjeev. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Thank you. So let's start with your introduction, brief introduction. Tell me about yourself, please.
So I'm a mindfulness practitioner and author of a book, Practicing the Power of Present Moment. And I'm a director of my own organization. And name of organization is Canadian Mindfulness Research Center, which is located in Calgary, Alberta. So this is about my short biography. And go ahead.
Sure. Thank you. And let's talk about, let me take you back old days. Let me 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, you can remember whatever happened in those childhood memories. Let's say something clicked, twist, influence or inspirational things happen in your life to be part of this current profession or whatever you name it. So can you share some of the things? Can you remember some of the things?
Yeah, I would like to share many more things, I can say. Yeah, basically, everybody life is full of challenges, obstacles, ups and downs, and we cannot live without it, But remember, life exists with effortless effort and effort as well, So let me share my past history, like how did it happen, how did I overcome all those challenges, negativity, darkness? Because light always come from the darkness. There is a duality. Just for example, the happiness exists, the pain exists too. So I was born and brought up in India. And when we are born and brought up in those countries, especially India, China, some Asian country, everybody is looking for some opportunities, possibilities, and people are much more conscious and aware about the career, about the goal, about the dream. So in the same way, I had also ambition, too much ambition. Like I would like to become a doctor, I would like to become a scientist, whatsoever. So, but what happens? There are so many challenges. There are so many moment of the darkness come where I gone for the depression, where I gone for the anxiety. But later on, I realized, like how did I overcome all those kind of the challenges? Because when we connect with ourselves to the higher source of energy or higher power, they will take control of us. Therefore, my message to the people whosoever are struggling in day-to-day life, as you said about the boys, about the men's, about the girls, they should be optimistic. They should be more living with the positive thought emotion. However, positive exists, negative also exists. Positive come from the negativity. The similar thing has happened into my life. When I was struggling, the way other people are struggling, I was not getting the hope, because there was no proper guidance. There is a lack of information, I can say. There is a lack of opportunities. Because we are born and brought up in a different way. But when I got a glimpse of some light, glimpse of some hope, all kinds of the negativity keep on dissolving. It keep on moving into different dimensions. And then I came to Canada a long time ago, and whatever thought potential into my subconscious mind, the thing started happening because I was looking, searching, finding what is the true purpose of life, why we are here, how can we learn the secret and the mystery of life. But as long as I lived in India, I was looking, finding like there would be some person, there would be some people, they could help me into move into my own journey, internal journey, I can say. But nothing has happened, by whatsoever reason. However, I was struggling, however, I was seeking, however, I was looking. So, therefore, so much stress, anger, negativity, darkness, frustrations, I can say, resentment, everything came into my life. But as I said, life exists in both ways, positivity, negativity, But when we experience the negativity, what will happen? It will help us to overcome all kinds of the challenges, all kinds of the obstacles. And that exactly happened into my life. And then I am here. Yeah.
Um, quickly, can you go back to the exactly moment or the day? You know what? I cannot take it anymore. This is this is it. You know what? Is there any moment the twist or turning point? Can you at least briefly?
Yes. Let me share one beautiful moment. When I was in India and I was preparing for medical entrance examination, so it was very cutthroat examination. Even you can know. So I was preparing for first chance. I didn't go through that. I prepared for the second chance. I didn't go through that because I was not ready for that. However, my lack of guidance, my parental care, maybe because of not too many opportunity I had by parents, by whatsoever reason. So what happened? Like I got in the depression. Why? Because I was not passing the examination, and anybody could have been depressed if nobody would pass the examination. So I have gone for the depression, I have gone for the anxiety. But later on, after first or second attempts, I gone through some rehabilitation study in which I did my occupational therapy, and then I noticed later on everything happened for the good reason. However, I struggle, however, I suffer because I didn't go through the medical entrance examination. What would have happened? I would not be much more successful in terms of whatever I am. So later on, I realized that whatever happened, that happened for the good reason, and the with the help of my persistence, perseverance, and positive thought emotion, I got rid of all the challenges, obstacles in the form of depression, anxiety, whatsoever you call it.
Exactly, beautifully said. Because that's why I always ask. The reason is everything happening for a reason, but we don't realize it, or we don't identify it. We cannot recognize it at that moment. But later on, when we go back and then think about it, analyze it, it's everything for happening for a reason. So the next question is, let's talk about your school days as a boy, as a young growing man. What are the challenges you went through? Those high school or college or university.
Yeah, it's a beautiful question. And that's what I have written a book, Practicing the Power of Present Moment, which correlate with my childhood experience. When the teacher used to teach me in a class, I used to think about fun, movies, cricket, volleyball, soccer, I was not focused, aware into the present moment awareness, right? So what happens? It affected my productivity, I used to fail in many subjects. At the same time, I noticed like some of my friends who were performed well, who did well, they passed in all subject examination. They did much more better than me. So later on, I realized that why I was not mindful, why I was not aware when the teacher was teaching me, and I used to fail in most of the subjects. Later on, realized that those of my friends who were there in the school. They were much more alert, aware, conscious when the teacher was educating us. But I used to think about the fun movies, I used to think about the goal, dream, ambition, all kinds of the sits like that, So ultimately, it affected my productivity. So therefore, in the childhood experience, it is a beautiful thought which I share with you.
Nice. That's really to hear. How about can you talk about your father and son relationship? Those are the moments, some memories. It's a wonderful movie moments sometimes, but sometimes the other way around. But can you share some of those things?
Yeah, I would like to share about the beautiful experience with my mom, or with my, I can say with my parents, when I was in India, and I was I used to go to watch a cricket match, in the playground. So my father used to take me over there, and I used to watch like the cricket match. And my father encouraged me to play, because he, like everybody is in India, they want to play cricket, they want to be successful in the cricket,
Yeah.
or the soccer, especially in the cricket.
Yeah.
So I was not happy, and I was not content. Like I should play in the cricket, But my father used to encourage me, and ultimately it has happened. I got selected in one of the junior under 17 team in where I was born and brought up. So what I'm trying to say, like just and my father become very happy. My father become very encouraged, and that was a beautiful and awesome moment which I celebrated with my father. Yeah.
Nice. The reason I always ask about the son and father relationship is you can go back and you can share some of the moments. You can think about those moments. Many times we won't have space or times to share, but this is a time where you can kind of like a healing. You can go back and then something special you can share it. The other thing is, let's talk about the outside world, actually the society. Of course, you have been helping a lot of people nowadays, last number of years. So I wanted to talk to you about the youth, what they are facing, and then what did you learn exactly, or how did you find what they are going through?
you know I do my workshop in Canada in different schools, youth organization. And what I have realized, they have so much stress, just for example, if if a boy who got some problem last night with his friends or with his parents, next days he come to the school and he was not focused, aware and mindful into the, into the present moment awareness when the teacher was teaching. So what will happen? It will affect the productivity. Why? Because as long as he was inside the school, he used to think about his relationship. He used to think about whatsoever has happened last night. So ultimately, they give me opportunity where I can help them to raise the productivity level with the help of mindfulness practice. Another things which I have noticed, like nowadays the youth are much more connected with the technology, the Facebook, the social media, the mobile phone, which is not good as well. Why? Because the more you connect with the technology, what will happen? It emits some negative radiation which can affect our mental health. Therefore lots of the mental health issues among the kids, among the children are coming up, because our nature is to balance and connect with the nature, like we have to go to morning walk, we have to go to the park, we have to enjoy with the beautiful weather, that's what our body is made like. So another challenges which I noticed, like how can we help them in order to balance their life in terms of technology, in terms of nature. Another problem I noticed with the kids, like they are not living from moment to moment. They are not mindful, they are not aware. Why? Because they have so much burden of the education, like they would be getting so much homework, right? So they have been stressed out over, so it, and it is not good. We should not give too much burden and too much workload, especially to the young generation, because life is not about the education. Life is to we have to maintain spiritual health, physical health, mental health, emotional health, psychological health. So why can't we balance each and every part of the life? Then it will help to improve the productivity. So where I help them to cope with all this kind of the challenges.
Absolutely, you are 100% right. And I was going to say that, but you already said. The other thing is, like when we talk about in the same category, the youth category, especially boys, because of the academic level or academic pressure or anything within the circumstances, the what I hear or we can notice is that recently or last number of years, the suicidal cases or suicide, what how do you feel that, or what's your suggestion, like what's really happening, Sanjeev? Can you elaborate on that, how we can help those people, man?
Even I have handled some similar kind of the cases, in which kids has too much burden, as I said, too much workload, and there is no proper parental guidance, which is very important. If suppose I have a kid, I have to look after the kids. As I said, the more you connect with the technology, what will happen? There is a negativity, there is a darkness, there is a depression, there is anxiety, because we are more connecting with the technology. And ultimately what will happen? There would be chances of committing suicide. Why? Because we have to connect with the positive thought emotion. So when we connect with the more negative thought emotions, like attract like, and whatever thought frequency we emit into the universe, it will attract similar things. So the another problem which notice, like why the kids are committing suicide, like they have some relationship problem, with the girls, so relationship problem is based on unconditional love. It is based on kindness, forgiveness, acceptance. It is based on our heart, deep connection with the heart. But when the kids are living with the mind where they have been told, like we have to condition our mind based on give and take, which is not good. So we have to help them at the deeper level where they can feel, they can connect with more positive thought emotion. So the more connect with the forgiveness, acceptance, kindness, gratitude, appreciation, what will happen? All kinds of the negative thought emotions keep on dissolving, and there is no suicide, there is no depression, there is no anxiety. And where I play a very significant role, like how to live into the present moment awareness by let go and disconnect with the thought of the past and the future, because this is the present moment awareness exists. Just for example, we are celebrating this beautiful moment, but when the children are living into the thought of the past and the future with too much burden of all kinds of the useless and unwanted thought, what will happen? There is suicide, there is a depression, there is an anxiety, there's so much negative thing happens, and ultimately they are not able to focus on the work, they are not able to take care of their life. And and then the thing will happen. So it's better to let them and connect at the level of heart. So that's what my message.
Absolutely. There are more into that. We don't talk about it, but there are more things attached to that in that in their lives. But let's talk about the middle-aged men's, either single men or let's say married men's, or even the seniors too. I'm talking about over 35, age of 35 or up. And what are the challenges in your from your the experience or the life, the workshops and the coaching or mentorship you are giving? What did you find? What are the common things that you found from those age groups, though? The challenges.
The challenges, everything keep on changing from time to time, from moment to moment. There is nothing fixed. So when we go after the 30 years age, so we are at the highest period, at the peak period of hormonal imbalance. And where we are much more connecting with negative thought emotion. Sometimes we connect with the positive thought emotion as well. I'm not saying like that we have to connect with the negative thought emotion, but the challenges, the obstacles, the struggle, uh, those kind of the people are getting, like, first of all, they are looking for money. They are not able to balance their work life. Second thing, they are not able to balance, I can say, spiritualism and materialism. They are not able to maintain and balance their physical health, mental health, spiritual health. Therefore all kinds of the negativity, all kinds of judgment, labeling exists into their life, and they are not able to discover their hidden potential. Why? Because they are living on the circumference. They are connecting with attachment. They are connecting with so many negative emotion. Why? Because they are not able to discover who they really are. So when we live at the center of being is full of light, love, forgiveness, kindness, acceptance, gratitude. So the majority of the people who are after 30 years of age, so as I said, there is so much hormonal imbalance, and they are not connecting with positive thought emotion hormone like oxytocin. So the more they live into the thought of the past and the future, the more they are able to distract themselves, the more they are move into living into the thought of the anxiety, depression, negativity, darkness. So the balance, work-life balance, as I said, maintaining the physical health, spiritual health, emotional health, which is very important. So that's what I can say.
Can you give some simple steps or simple things to follow? From your experience, from your teaching method or anything. So whoever is listening or whoever is going to listen, at least they can take at least one person. Whatever you are saying. Can you give us a couple of ideas or methods that we can follow?
Yeah. So I would like to help, by one of my method, which is very powerful, and that's what it happened into my life. And I would like to help other people, and I would be very happy and blessed if even a one person can get benefited of it. The first idea I would like to share, like, we have to go for the breathing meditation practice, which is very important because breath is a life force energy. As soon as we came into this world, the first thing exists is the life force energy in the form of the breath. So all kinds of the problems with the adult, with the kids, every kinds of the problems are happening. Why? Because they are living with the mind. They are living into the thought of the past and the future. I never say that we don't live into the thought of the past and the future. We have to live there. But why can't we celebrate this beautiful present moment awareness? That is our goal. So how can we celebrate this present moment awareness? Just we have to bring the sensation of awareness of the breath at the top of the nostril while breathing, while breathe out. So when we connect with the breath, what will happen? Even if somebody is trying to create a thought of a stress, thought of anger, thought of negative emotion, I don't have to distract over there. I don't have to move into the thought of the stress, the thought of the anger, the thought of fear, the thought of negative emotion. Why? Because breath is a life force energy. So why can't we connect with the breath? So that is my practice, which is very important. And wherever we are, whatsoever activity we are doing, it doesn't matter all. Just feel the sensation of awareness of the breath, because breath can connect us to the present moment awareness. Breath can help to discover our hidden potential. Breath can bring awareness of love, forgiveness, kindness, compassion. And remember, the breath exists first of all. So we exist because of the breath. So most of the people, I can say 99.999% of the people are not aware of the breath. So the awareness of the breath is very important. Just for example, I'm not saying that we have to focus and too much focus on the breath. Awareness means, just for example, even if I'm talking with you, I have to feel the sensation of awareness at the top of the nostril while breathing, while breathe out. And wherever we are, whatsoever activity we are doing, we need to be aware. That's all. And another practice, sometimes we have to go to the nature. Why? Because the nature is full of positive vibrational energy. Just for example, oxygenated air. So the more we connect with the oxygenated air with deep breathing exercise, the maximum amount of the oxygen will go inside the brain cells, and it will declutter, dissolve, and dissolve all kinds of the useless and unwanted thought into powerful, wonderful, awesome thoughts. And not only that, the more we take the oxygen inside with the deep breathing exercise, our lung is full of oxygen, and I can challenge, even there is no chances of any bacteria, there is no chances of any virus. Why? Because our lungs are getting powerful. It is bringing more immunity, it is bringing more positivity in our life force energy. Even the COVID, even you can take care of virus, bacteria just with the deep breathing exercise. Because remember, breath is a life force energy. The more we take the oxygenated air, the more it will go inside, and it is taking care of each and every part of our life. That's what my practice.
Nice. Very simple method, easy to follow.
Yeah.
And quickly, before we finish off, can you share one or two experience or extreme cases that you come across and you help them? They overcome, and then now they are doing much better than before.
Yes. Let me share first of all my experience, right? So forget about other, right? How can I help other without helping myself, and then I will talk about other. Long time ago, I had lots of negativity, darkness, frustration, resentment, all kinds of negative thought, emotion. So as soon as I started going into the nature, all kinds of the negative thought, emotions keep on dissolving itself, and automatically the beautiful energy started flowing into my life, and I'm getting connected with positive thought, emotion, with a positive mind people, with a positive situation, with a positive frame of like-minded people. So there are so many clients, of me, and let me share one client. One, his name is
You don't need to say the names or anything, but just say the commonly
okay.
generally talking about.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so I can say like uh, there are so many clients. So one of the client, she was in depression, she was in anxiety for the last 7 to 8 years, and she used to go to the psychiatrist, and psychiatrist used to prescribe the medicine like some antipsychotic drugs. And she met me 5 years ago, and I just requested her, why can't we go to the nature, why can't we go and take the fresh oxygenated air and just do the breathing meditation practice by going into the nature. And she continued for 6 months, and after 6 months till now, few days back I met, 7 days back I met, and she she never gone to the psychiatrist doctor at all. She doesn't want to go to the psychiatrist doctor. Her depression has no more, her anxiety is no more, and she is very happy, content, satisfied. And even she started educating the people about it, because she got the benefit of going to the nature and connecting with the nature. So that is a good example as well.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, I know you have been helping a lot of peoples, and then through your program personally, directly and indirectly too. So, um, once again, I really appreciate for coming and then for your time and effort. It's not easy. You are in a different time zone, and then we are in a busy schedule too. So thank you, and I really appreciate that. And if you want to share anything before we go?
No, like everything is good, and if a person is looking to visit my website, or my organization name is Canadian Mindfulness Research Center, located in Calgary, and my website is www.santeaching.com, or you can type like sometimes www.santeaching.com. That's
I will share that information on that our platform. Just quickly, what was the inspiration or the reason behind that to found or initiate that program or the uh, to come up with that idea? Just quickly.
yeah, because as I said, I was a victim of depression, anxiety long time ago, right, 20 years back. So I know how painful it is. So in the same way, why can't I help two other people? Because I could feel the pain and suffering of other people within myself. So that was my idea in order to set up a Canadian Mindfulness Research Center, and I would like to help as many as people. So that was my intention.
Thanks a lot, Sanjeev, Kumar. Thank you. We will bring, as you know, people, friends, within half an hour or 1 hour, we cannot really bring all the experience or the journey from one person. So it is very hard. So we will bring him at some other time, and then we will get more information, more details from him through his experience and his program and methods. And also, please subscribe our YouTube channel, Voice of Men 360. And then we are excited to share one of the things that we are going to have two sets of events coming November 19th, 14th to 19th, which is International Men's Day. So 14th to 18th, we're going to have speeches. And the second set is speeches and also the panel discussion too. So look forward to meet you guys, and also look for it and share that information. Also, we have a competition, arts competition. So if anybody is thinking or really looking forward to do something about sharing about your message in terms of men's or boys matters, you can do it either through songs or music or short film or any other forms that you can do it. There's a cash prize too. So first, second, third. So this is a platform open up every Sundays from 10 o'clock Eastern time. Anybody wants to share your life stories, please come and share, especially men and boys. It's not really not necessarily men only talk about men's issues. No, either you can be a friend of a boy or men, but at least you can share from different perspective your experiences as a male or female or any walk of life. You can come and share. All right, thanks a lot, and appreciate that again. Thank you, Sanjeev.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.